Hey, everybody, welcome back to whatever this is. Is it a podcast? Is it not a podcast? I don't know. I think it is a podcast now, but that's beside the point. What I do know is that at the beginning of the year, I set a list of 10 goals, and here's where we come to discuss them and how they're going. So, without further ado, let's start the show. All right, show started. How's everybody doing? I'm good. It's been a minute. I have been so busy. Uh, not not even just comedy, but with the end of the school year, my three kids, they've all had something going on. We've had let's see, we had Lila had two concerts, Lulu had one, Benji had one. He's still mixing in shows. Let's see. Lila had a concert downtown. That's my middle one. Uh, She is in the drama program at school, so she had a little drama thing downtown at the big theater. It's a lot of fun. Um, we we showed up, we got there, and we wanted to sit in the handicap section. So Lila's already backstage. Me, my wife, and the two other kids, we go to sit in the handicap section, and they told us that only one person could sit with me. Uh, and that I don't get upset. I take a lot of so I take a muscle spasm pill that turns out is also used to treat anxiety. So I'm pretty chill about things. Uh, so I was like, all right, that's fine. I guess they'll sit somewhere else. And this is why you need a good woman to support you, because my wife is not about it. She caused a scene there in the theater. And guess who got to sit with his whole family? I did. Uh, it's good. Love her to death. She she worked it out, so we got to sit next to each other. Um, so that was fun. After that, my daughter Lulu, she had a concert at her school where she got to dress up as a horse. She was super excited to be a horse, especially when she realized that her horse costume had a tail. I don't know what it is about kids and tails, but they love them. Uh, Benji had a band concert at the middle school. At the same time, Lila had a chorus concert at the elementary school. So my wife and I split up. We did knocked them both out at the same time, and it was great. I immediately following that show, I had a comedy show, so I left there, went and did a fun comedy show after that. Uh, I was supposed to have the best of Jacksonville comedy show at the Comedy Zone in Jacksonville, but that got canceled. So I'm sorry if you came out to that. If you wanted to, I tried to tell everybody as soon as I found out. Turns out they had a worker strike in the kitchen of the hotel. It wasn't really a worker strike. That's just what I called it because they said everyone in the kitchen called out, so they couldn't open the comedy club. It sounds like a worker strike to me. Um, I did the Veterans United Brewery in Bay Meadows for Military Appreciation Month. That was with Roz McCoy. That was a super fun show. Me, Roz, and Patrick Carson are all military veterans. Just cutting it up, talking about military veterans things, joking about that. I had a chance to take my new big sign out and set it up, see how that worked. It worked. Uh, a bunch of people came and took pictures of me next to the sign. They scanned the QR code and followed me. Real easy. It was nice. Uh, Let's see. After that, there's a new open mic in town. It's at a Asian American restaurant, downtown Jacksonville named Lily's. Great food. The open mic is kind of in the back, away from everything. So that was nice. Super cool venue for an open mic. However, there's always a catch. They have a waitress there who heckled the whole show. Not only did she heckle, she was drunk. She heckled. She's a waitress there, but she wasn't working uh, that night. She just came for comedy and ruined it pretty, pretty, pretty good. Yeah, heckled people, and then she knocked a beer mug over with her butt, and then tried to act like it wasn't her, and then pitched a fit because we were all making a mess. She uh she ruined Bobby Parker's set, and then when she spilled the beer, she spilled it on his joke book. So he had to go outside for a while. He's pretty even killed guy. I've never seen him upset. He needed to go outside for a minute. Uh, for her safety, I believe. Uh, so I left that show, and it's downtown, so you have to park pretty far away. So I had a couple other comics walk me to my car because I don't like to walk down. Well, I don't like to roll downtown uh, by myself. So they were happy to come with me. We got to my truck. I opened the door of my truck, robot truck. The ramp came out. The two comics were like, "Oh, that's awesome. Sweet truck." I'm like, "Yeah, it's pretty cool. When it all works together, it's great." And then I went to lower the ramp down and it broke. The same bolt that I've broken like 6 times uh, broke again right there. So I had to get them to help me. It will still lift me up, but it won't swing me into the truck. So they kind of had to lift me up and then drop kick me into the truck. And I drove it home, even though uh, it's pretty sketchy because there's nothing really holding you in. You just have to make sure you don't make a right turn too hard. Um, so 2 days after that, this is how I know the truck is going to break because I was going out of town. I got into the Lookout Comedy Contest in Nashville, or sorry, in Chattanooga, and I was excited to go. Uh, right before it, my truck always breaks right before I go out of town. It makes it super stressful. But my best friend, Ben Tano, my brother from another mother, hooked it up. He came over uh, the next morning and drilled out the old bolt, tapped a new one in there. Uh, Good as new. So we got another 6 months on that bolt before it needs to be replaced again, I'm sure. Uh, but it seems like anytime I'm bragging about how cool my truck is, it breaks. So I'm just gonna be like, next time, don't look at my truck. Just I just want to let people know, hey, it's gonna open up, the ramp's gonna come out. It's pretty cool. Don't look at it. You will break it. It's very temperamental. So let's talk about this comedy contest. Uh, we drove. Uh, Jamie and I left out of here. Uh, my mom watched the kids one night. Uh, Jamie's parents watched the kids the next 2 nights, and then my mom watched them again. Uh, Tanos watched the dog. It's great. Jamie and I broke out of here about 5 o'clock in the morning uh, to head to Chattanooga, which turns out is great. Anytime I have to go, I'm going to leave at 5 o'clock in the morning because we hit Atlanta at 10 o'clock in the afternoon or 10 o'clock in the morning. And we went right through Atlanta. We were in Atlanta for like 30 minutes, which, if you know anything about traveling through Atlanta, if you hit Atlanta at the wrong time, you can spend 4 hours in traffic in Atlanta. Uh, but to go to Chattanooga, to go to Nashville, there's not any way around Atlanta. So I've now just decided to leave obnoxiously early so that we could get into Atlanta at a reasonable hour. Um, got to Chattanooga, dropped the stuff off at the hotel, and went straight downtown to the Comedy Catch, uh, which is super awesome club. I had so much fun. They took such great care of me. Very professional. They had a whole staff. Uh, Absolutely great club. 5 stars. We'll go back. Uh, the first night of the contest, there were uh, 12 comics. Um, we all did 5 minutes apiece, and then they took the top 8 out of the 12, moved on to the next night. Um, I had an amazing set. It was so good at the end. Everybody was like, ah! And I had to get somebody to come get me off stage. I'm like, somebody come get me! Like, so much. Like, King Kong ain't got nothing on me! That kind of set. Uh, I moved on to the second night. They narrowed it down to 8 comics. Uh, it was 2 shows with 8 comics. Sorry, the night before was 2 shows with 12 comics. Then they narrowed it down to 2 shows with 8 comics. So I got up. We did 8 minutes. Uh, I had another incredible set. Uh, I thought it was good enough. Uh, I don't know what happened. Uh, Something happened. Something the judges didn't like. Maybe the audience vote uh, was skewed by some local comedians who were there. I'm not sure, but did not make it through to the third night. I didn't make it through to the finals, so they narrowed it down to 6. But we decided to stay in Chattanooga anyway to show support. I'm a gracious loser. Uh, I came, I watched, I went, oh, we're funnier than these people. I'm funnier than this. I'm funnier than that. But I said that in my head and I put on a smile and I supported the other comedians and the club and the festival, which you should do. Plus, I had somebody watching my kids for another day, so no need to rush home. Um, yeah, it's great. Chattanooga's nice. Uh, we got to see the Chattanooga Choo Choo, uh, which, if you've never seen it, it looks like an old train. That was that's the extent. Uh, it's an old train. We stayed. That was Sunday night was the finals. We left Monday morning. Drove straight back to Jacksonville, and that's been it. We came back. My mom and the kids had cleaned the whole house. So it was nice to come home to a nice clean house and a bed that was made. So thank you to everybody, the whole village. They say it takes a village, and that is true. It takes. Uh, my wife has to go with me. My mom has to watch the kids. Her parents watch the kids. Somebody's got to watch the dog. Somebody's got to feed the cat. Somebody's got to fix my truck. So I got a pretty good crew here. Shout out to all of them. Let's see. We haven't even talked about the goals. I've just been rambling. Oh my goodness. I'm about to wrap this show up. We haven't even talked about our goals. Hey, if you haven't been here Uh, this is where I talk about the goals. We have here are the goals: 10 paid weekends, uh, double the followers, get accepted to 2 comedy festivals, start a podcast, get a TV credit, create a T-shirt, earn $20,000, tour, record a special, and perform a late night set. So those are the goals. What have I done to uh, accomplish them in these last 2 weeks? I've sent a lot of emails. Uh, I met a lot of people in Chattanooga who I'm talking about doing shows with them. So let's see, 10 paid weekends. We're still at 3. Double the followers. This has been a good couple of weeks for followers. Let's see. Get out of here, goals. Hide the goals. There we go. Bring up the followers. So when we started, we were at 36 on YouTube. Last time we had 62. This week we are at 63. So one more. That's everyone counts, you know. Facebook, we went from 1150 in the beginning to 1156 last week, and this week we went to 1180. Uh, I figured out how to invite people to follow my page uh, on Facebook, and so that's what happened there. I forgot you could. There's a button to invite people to follow your comedy page who also follow your regular Facebook page. So that that happened this week. Instagram, we started with 777. Last week we were at 1094, and this week we went to 1119. So Instagram, that's that sign. People are following the link on my sign and hitting the Instagram. TikTok, we started at 1912. Now we're at 1953, or we were at 1953 last week, and now we're at 1958. So TikTok's coming along. If you don't follow me on all these social media, please follow me on all the social media. If you're an Instagram follower, follow me on Facebook. If you're a Facebook follower, follow me on YouTube. Uh, you know, uh, I put out different things on different platforms, so you may be missing something. Tell your grandmother, like I said last time, if she knows 10 people, uh, tell her to tell her to get her people from church. Tell her to get her people from bingo. I'll talk church and bingo if your grandma wants to follow me. All right, so there's the followers. Let's hide the followers. Get out of here, followers. Bye bye, follow. There they go. Bring back the goals. There's the goals. Get accepted to 2 comedy festivals. We did that already. Uh, we are still waiting on uh, the Asheville Comedy Festival to get back to us. The um, St. Louis Comedy Festival, and and we got into the North Carolina Comedy Festival. I am going to submit to the Lookout Comedy Festival, which is back in Chattanooga. So by doing the Lookout Comedy Contest, I get free submission fee to the Lookout Comedy Club Comedy Festival. So hopefully I'll get to go back and do that. Get a TV credit. Has not happened. Create a T-shirt. We did. Uh, earning earning fun coupons. I said the other day that I wasn't paying taxes on any of this money anyway, and I got some pushback on that. Uh, not not you should pay taxes, but you should not say that. So of course I'm paying taxes on this money, all of it. I got W-9s, I got W-10s, 11s, WXYs, all the taxes. We're up and up. That's me on the up and up. The tour, we're still working on that for the summertime. Record a special. Uh, I talked about my wife supporting me the other day. She's looking up theaters. She's like, you should do theaters. Just rent your own theater. So maybe Maybe I'll rent a theater and record my own special. Perform a late night set. Uh, Still working on that too. If you know somebody who hosts a late night TV show, uh, let them know. I'm ready to do it. That is it for the goals. We're up to date on that. Let's bring up my favorite part of the show, everybody's favorite segment, inspirational quotes from Steve Harvey. Look at the man. That is an outfit. Let's see what Steve Harvey has to say. You cannot leave what's important to you up to someone else. And that is so true. That I think a lot of my initial comedy career, I had been doing that. I needed somebody to book me. I wanted somebody to put me on their show. Uh, somebody, you know, somebody to help me do this, somebody to help me do that. Uh, if it's important to you, you got you got to get on it. So that's why I've started this whole podcast is just to uh, put it on me. It's on me to accomplish these goals. So you cannot leave what's important to you up to someone else. Leave a comment. What's important to you? What are your goals? What are you trying to accomplish? And uh, and how are you doing it? Don't leave it to someone else. So thank you, Steve Harvey, who's on the moon. I mean, green on green on green, with some hard bottom leather shoes and some sunglasses. Sunglasses make sense in this picture because he is looking at the sun, apparently. So, anyway, thank you, Steve Harvey. All right, that's enough out of him. Uh, all right, I think that's about it for that. Hold on, that's not it for that. We haven't talked about where we're going, where we're gonna be, uh, where you can come see me. Let's talk about that. Bring up bring up a slideshow. Cover this face up. All right. So Saturday, May 31st, I'm with Roz McCoy in Kingsland, Georgia. Um, and then that's me and Roz. That's going to be a fun show. Then I'm in Flagler, June 6th at the Christie B Comedy Club. If you've never been down there, that's going to be a fun show. Two shows on a Friday. It's my first time headlining that club. So I'm super excited about it. And then we're coming back. We're going to do the Knock Knock Comedy uh, with the Knock Knock Comedy Showcase June 8th. That's here in Jacksonville. I believe it's kind of in San Marco. Come see that. It's hosted by J. Paul. It's really funny. It's going to be a brunch. So come get a Sunday brunch. Get some of them mimosas. Uh, Bottomless mimosas and comedy go together. Let me tell you. And then June 21st, I'm in Orlando at the Straight Foolishness Comedy Festival. Comedy contest. Look at that one. Wes Johnson looking good in the picture. Uh, so check out my website. I'll have a list of all these dates. Hit me up on Facebook, Instagram. Let me know if you want to come, and I'll look out for you. So that's where we're going. What else? Let's see. Oh, we need to thank our sponsor for this week, the Upside Gas app. If you're not using Upside, you're throwing money away. Uh, it is a great tool. I use it to hide money from my wife. Uh, it's great. Use the Upside app. It's for gas. You use the app. It tells you where the cheap gas is at, and then it gives you uh, money back per gallon, like 10 cents a gallon. All you have to do is click on the app, click the button, and it gives you money back. So sign up for the Upside app. Use my code Wesley35552, and you're going to get an extra 25 cents off on a gallon of gas. So thank you, Upside. Thank you guys for following me. Uh, thank you for supporting live comedy. And until next week, y'all have a great day. Bye bye.